Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today is how to promote accountability in your gym. How to promote accountability in your gym. Now, before we get into our topic today, a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding. You have an existing gym, you need funding, or you're looking to acquire a gym, an acquisition, you need funding. We can help with funding, up to $400,000 in funding. It is unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. The basic qualifications for that program is you must have a 680 or better credit score in all three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and you must have income of a minimum of $50,000 per year, each of the two previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as additional information on other financing options we have for your business. So with that said, let's get into our topic, and it's how to promote accountability in your gym. Accountability, it's one of the things that is not always there. I think there's that question, how do we do it? How do we do it where it's not maybe overbearing? And I remember getting involved with a group one time. They had a small little cluster of clubs, and they said to me, Jim, what's the first thing we can do? What can we do immediately to improve our business? Okay, which is a question we get a lot. And in this case, what we looked at was the issue of accountability. I said, okay, I asked them, what are you doing to hold your managers accountable? And they really weren't doing anything. And so what we did, and I'll get into some of these bullet points here in a second, but what we did, we established goals for each gym, sales goals, cash goals, dues goals for the month, okay? And then what we had that gym manager did every night, they had to call in their numbers. Here's what we did for the day. And then we would take that information from those three clubs, we would turn it back around. Here's club A, B, and C. Here's what you did for the day. Here's where you're at for the month. Here's your projection. Here's your quota. Okay? And so we're constantly looking at where are we at, our projection relative to quota. And so there was a constant accountability to call in the numbers, and then every day, everybody saw them. And literally, first month, we had a 20% bump in business just based on awareness, on accountability, and wow, I didn't realize that's what was happening, kind of thing. And it was an amazing, quick turnaround. Then eventually we did other things, but they had incredible success. Okay, so if you don't have accountability in place, we want to get it. And so number one on my list here of how to promote accountability, define what people are accountable for. Do people know what they are accountable for? You know what if you're the owner, what are you accountable for? Got to pay the rent, got to pay the utilities, got to pay your staff. You know you're accountable, and there's an urgency to get that done. It's kind of built in. But what are people accountable for? Are they accountable to generate new leads? Are they accountable to make outbound calls? Are they accountable to talk to people? Are they accountable to book appointments? Are they accountable for a certain show percentage? Are they accountable for a conversion rate? Okay, what are they accountable for? We can't hold them accountable unless we know what it's for. So that's first thing. Number two, you want to set goals throughout the organization. Group exercise. What are they accountable for? Well, what's our attendance numbers look like? What's that number? What does it need to be to make this work? Okay, what does it need to be? We might have it for the individual class, so if it's 5 or less, we have to cancel it, but, bigger, what do those numbers need to be? Personal training, what are those numbers? Childcare, front desk, okay, whatever it is, goals throughout the organization. Sales staff would seem obvious, but it's not always, okay? Make sure, set the goals in the sales staff. Number three, you want to align kind of your development, your learning, and growth with these goals and with this accountability. When you're training and we're developing and we're teaching our staff, accountability is part of that. Hitting these numbers should not be viewed as optional. Now, unless they're crazy, I mean, they're fair numbers, okay, we want to be improving, but we don't want to start viewing this stuff as optional. Okay, it's one of the reasons we track it so closely. We have to hit it. If you're an owner, is paying your rent optional? Is making payroll optional? Well, not if you want to keep going. It's not. You can't make sales goals optional either. But we have to train and we have to teach on how to do it, and we have to follow up, and it has to be consistent. And then. Number 4 on my list of how to promote accountability, make sure we recognize and celebrate progress. Recognize it and celebrate it. The little things and the big things as it happens and at the end of the month. Okay, I know from an ownership standpoint, I would always celebrate progress. We'd have a big month-end meeting. We get all the clubs to meet, and we'd hand out awards, and we'd have red carpet, and we'd have balloons, and we'd have a fun time. Okay, we're going to recognize and celebrate progress, and we're going to celebrate performance on this. But you want to get that accountability in there. But think for you, if you're the owner, payroll, big one, right? Okay. Matter of fact, I would even you folks that are maybe not an owner, I'd ask you, is it okay if the owner tells you, hey, I've been working really hard, but I don't have your check today. I'll have it for you in a few days. Is that ever going to be okay? It's not. It's never going to be okay. Okay, but we want to be the same mindset on production. We need to produce. Okay, but learn how to do it. Use this channel to help you do that, or find other mentors and ways you can go about that. So, folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, please take a moment. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then again, for you folks who are opening a new gym and you need funding, you have an existing gym, you need funding, or you're looking to acquire a gym and you need funding, we can help with funding for up to $400,000 in funding. It's unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. Basic qualifications, it's a 680 credit score or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And minimum income of $50,000 per year, each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as additional options to help you grow and develop your business. So thanks again for being on the channel today, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.